And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another production here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're here in Waller, Texas for the Waller Bulldogs homecoming game. This is Philip Prince. Alongside me, we have a special guest, Mr. Scott Posters, who will be doing the color play, the color for me today. And how you doing today, Mr. Posters?
Good, good. Glad to be here.
That's good, man. Mr. Posters picked him up on the side of the road, said he was looking for work, so I was eager and ready to get him into this booth. Mr. Posters making his radio debut today. I'm eager to get him on this broadcast. So far, Mr. Posters been in and out of the district most of my life here in Waller. It's good to see that he's still sticking around here. So how's life been treating you, sir?
Been good. Been busy. Enjoy watching these kids play. Looking forward to seeing them win tonight.
Yes, sir. We got a good matchup for you guys tonight. Will be the Langham Creek Lobos going against the Waller Bulldogs. Waller Bulldogs coming in off of a two-game losing streak, and they're trying to turn things around here. I might call you Coach yesterday because I'm just so used to it. So Coach Post is what you going to try and see what the Bulldogs need to do to bounce things around here, Coach.
Definitely got to get the run game going. TK, we know, can make his passes, so got to stay balanced. Can't be one dimensional tonight. Defense has got to step up, and they have done that this year. Much better than last year, I think.
Absolutely, be a big task for the defense. As they said, the Bulldogs came off of a slow, sluggish start in that first half against Bridgeland last week, just because of they had to sit out with their star running back Robert Carter due to suspensions that came from the last matchup between Cypress Ranch Mustangs at the end of that game. So Bulldogs had to try and fight back tough to get back into the ways of that contest, and was just a little bit too short. Came out of just too much. Let's say ran out of time at that one. So now they're here for their homecoming game, trying to see, like I said, turn things around. Coming in, we're 4-2 now. Coming in 4-3, coach. Just like I said, nothing better than coming back here for a home game with the community behind you, coach.
Yes, sir. We got to have this one tonight, and I really have a good feeling about them. I think they'll come out strong for the home crowd, and it is a big crowd tonight.
Yeah, they say it's supposed to be sold out from the visiting side all throughout the home side here for the Bulldogs homecoming game. So the Bulldogs will be coming out wearing the all black maroon helmet, W on the right side, numbers on the left, maroon numbers outlined in white. As for the away Lobos, they'll be wearing the red helmet, white jerseys, black numbering with gray pants. Kind of remind you of like the Georgia look, coach. Just a little bit.
Yeah, Georgia, Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah,
That
old
type of
school
look.
Atlanta Falcons right there. So about 5:47 remaining on the play clock until we get this game started. We'd like to take this time to thank our sponsors bringing you to this game. We'd like to thank the Temple Refuge Ministries located in Prairie, Texas, building the kingdom one soul at a time, the proud partner with the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Also, like to remind you, catch Temple Refuge Ministries Bible studies every Tuesday and Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time by dialing 857-777-4411. Again, that number is 857-777-4411. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the opening kickoff between the Langham Creek Lobos and the Waller Bulldogs. Keep right where you got it. You're listening to the Mike Broadcast Network.
Work it, let me work it. I'ma break it down, flip it and reverse it. If you got a big, let me search it. I gotta work, yeah. Work it. Worth it, let me work it. Go back down to the university. If you gotta pay, let me search it. I gotta work, yeah. If you gotta pay, dupa, papa. No! Whoa! Whoa! Worth it, let me work it. Go back down to the university. If you gotta pay, let me search it. I gotta work, yeah. I like the way you work that. Woo! Show me how to work that. Worth it, let me work it. Go back down to the university. If you gotta pay, let me search it. I gotta work, yeah. Woo! Work it. Worth it, let me work it. Go back down to the
And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Waller High School Corrals got through Honor American run. Getting ready, set for this matchup between the 6-1 Langham Creek Lobos and the 4-3 Waller Bulldogs. Waller Bulldogs coming in until on 2-game losing streak, needing a much needed win here, 2-2 in district play right now. So they need to turn things around here, Mr. Poshish.
I think they can do it. The two losses were close losses. They They didn't get blowed out. They hung in every game. Even the preseason loss to Grand Oaks was
Yes, sir. That was the one that came down to the end where a lot of people still think I'm one of them that TK Gaines got in for that touchdown, But like I said, we're neither here or there. We got to look forward and advance to where we are now, where the Bulldogs, like I said, are trying to turn things around here. They're coming in wearing the maroon helmet, numbers on the left side, W on the right, black uniform, black top. Bulldogs going on the back side, white numbers, black pants with maroon stripe outlined with white. Again, for the Lobos, coming in wearing the red helmet, white jersey top, black numbers with gray solid pants. Fans are steady making their way out to Dykes Stadium here in Waller, Texas. So the wind is steady picking up here. So it's going to be probably a very tough kicking day for either side. Wouldn't you say, Mr. Posters?
definitely as that wind is blowing side to side instead of north to south. So it's gonna be hard to kick it through those uprights.
We'll see how much of that plays into back to this game. So captains are making their way out to midfield across the stairs. We had a chance to take care of this new man. I know it hasn't been an easy job, I will say that.
Oh, not at all. And this is my baby. Love the little stadium here. We got a very nice stadium, nice facilities here in Waller. That huge scoreboard is awesome to look at.
Yeah, back in my day, I was having a alumni here back in 2017. We had the little TV or little screen we had to squint on to look at it. Now we got the big one sitting here in the south end zone. Oh no, man.
Oh, definitely. It's a nice facility to play at.
Teams are getting set. Bulldogs will be kicking off. Correction, they will be receiving this opening kickoff. Moving from left to right, so back deep for the Bulldogs will be number 10, Caden Cherry, number 0, Deshaun McBerry. Two gentlemen standing at about their own 5-yard line to kick deep for the Lobos will be number 43, Joshua Alvarez. Alvarez teeing the ball up from his own 40. And we're moments away of getting this ball game underway. Now the Lobos in a 3-point stand on the starting kickoff. The kick is up. Retrieved by McGarry. McGarry at the 10. Trying to run to the right side, trying to push it outside. The numbers stumbling still on his feet. He's still going to be tackled out of bounds. Going to say probably might have ran out of bounds about the 27. But a good return and good starting field position for the Bulldogs. So we'll see what the Bulldogs can do right here. Right now, like you said, the Bulldogs want to establish that running game and try to see if they can take some of the load off of TK Gaines. Now here we go, working in the shotgun formation for Gaines. He has 3 receivers to his left. Robert Carter in the backfield with him lined up on the right side. Team on the left side. Fakes the handoff to Carter. It's going to be a penalty marker coming in. Probably going to be a false start. It's going to go against the Bulldogs. So already the first penalty marker. So going back to Bulldogs now. First and 15 now from their own 22-yard line. Not a good start that the Bulldogs were looking for. Bulldogs break the huddle. Gaines working in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers still to his left. Carter to his left. Now gets the snap. Fakes it. Now it's going to be a design quarterback. He runs to the right side. Trying to follow the block. He's got one man to beat. Makes a cut. It's going to be tackled from behind. Had his blocker in front of him. Carter trying to lead the way. But it's a nice game for Gaines right there, positively getting past the 35 tackle at the 37. So first and 10 now for Bulldog offense, working in the pistol formation now is Gaines. Gets the snap. He's going to hand this off to Carter. Carter turns runs to the left side and feels going to run into a wall. He's going to be stepped and pushed back. Probably picked up about a 2 yard gain. But a host of Lobos right there push Robert Carter back and only stop him for about 2 yard gain right there. So to bring up a second down and 8 for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs moving over to the sideline to get the new play call. Now working down to the line. Ready to work now is Gaines. Moves Carter from his left to his right. Has receiver to his left side, two to the right. Has a man in motion. It's going to be another penalty mark. It looks like it's going to be the left tackle that's going to be flagged for the false start there, coach. So another penalty mark is going to push the Bulldogs back. It's already two penalties, two false start penalties for the Bulldogs. Now it's going to make this a second down and 13 for them. Push the ball back to their own 35-yard line. TK Gaines giving the new instructions to his wide receivers now, working the shotgun formation. Going to hand this one off to Robert Carter. Carter trying to run it to the left, trying to bounce off the tackles and still stay on his feet. Going to get back to the original line of scrimmage and +3 right there. So make this a third down and 8. So just get those 5-yard penalties that he lost from the false start. Gave it to Robert Carter. Robert Carter. So make it third down and we'll say he picked up 7. So we'll say he picked up 6. Third down and 7 now for the Bulldogs. Ball is spotted at their own 41-yard line. Shotgun formation for Gaines. One receiver to his left, two to his right. Gets the snap, looking to pass. Has a nice pocket for him. Going to connect with receiver on the left side of the field, trying to make one man miss. He's going to be just tackled, thrown out of bounds. Connecting with his receiver, number 5, Allen Haynes.
Big pickup on that one. We needed that.
Gaines able to get his first completion for another Bulldogs first down past midfield into the Lobos territory now, officially at the Lobos 47. Shotgun formation for Gaines. Man in motion is Sherry comes from left to right. Now it's going to be a delayed hand on to Carter. Carter trying to run it to the right side. It's going to be tackled from behind, but not till Carter picked up another gain of 5 yards right there. So 9:20 remaining here in the first quarter. There's no score in our contest. This is the opening drive for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs moving from left to right, working in the shotgun, the pistol formation is Gaines. He has 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Carter is the running back. Gets the snap, does Gaines. Now it's going to hand this on to Carter. Carter running up the middle of the deep and makes one man miss. Finally going to be tackled, but not until he picked up the first down right there. Another positive gain right there of 12 yards for Robert Carter. Another Wallen Bulldogs first down. So ball's now at the Lobos 30-yard line.
Definitely like the way they're mixing it up, keeping the run and the pass separate. That way, like I said, we're establishing the run, keeping them off balance on defense.
Bulldogs are cooking up a good opening drive here. Trying to see if this drive can end off with points now. Gaines in this first down from the Lobos 30. Gets the shotgun formation. Quick pass. Going to throw this out to the receivers. Get some holding. Trying to make the one-handed catch. Is going to be incomplete. Couldn't come down with it. Juggling was Mr. Allen Haynes out there. Thought there would have been a pass interference, but some holding over there. Regardless, it's going to remain an incomplete pass and make it a second down and 10 now. Clock will stop at 8 minutes, 22 seconds. Already the Bulldogs putting together a long length drive. Like I said, the wind kind of shifted directions, the way it's blowing, it kind of blows more west and then it'll kind of blow more north. So now, as we ready to zoom back into play, TK Gaines is trying to look for a pass, trying to look for a receiver downfield. Couldn't just took this one and ran it himself. And good decision right there to pick up the first down and picked up 12 yards right there. So it'll be another Waller Bulldogs first down. Now the ball is spotted at the Lobos 19-yard line. Substitutions coming in for the Bulldogs. And now Gaines and his offense ready to work, trying to see if they could put points together on this opening drive. Three receivers to his left. Carter in the backfield. High snap, but maintained by Carter. Going to hand this off to Carter. And going to try to fight his way through a host of Lobos, but forward progress will be stopped after he picked up about 5 yards right there. So 2nd down and 5 now for the Bulldogs. 7:20 remaining here in the first quarter. Bulldogs now breaking the huddle. He's going to line up in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers to his left. Carter lined up to his left. Gaines gets the snap. Going to be a design quarterback draw. Trying to run this to the right side. We do have a penalty marker coming in as the play was developing. So we'll see if the Bulldogs are picking up their 3rd penalty or will the Lobos get flagged for the offside. So they will replay 2nd down. But it might as well just be a first down. It was 2nd down and 5. It'll be that 5. Corrections to say will be a first down for the Bulldogs. So 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. It's going to be officially at the Lobos 4-yard line. So 6:55 remaining here in the first quarter. The Bulldogs are not on the board. Oh, we got some movement right there on the line. It looks like going to be the guard now. The right guard is going to be flagged for the movement. Just take those 5 yards right back. Guilty Copeland's number 55. Mr. Lyndon Allen. Now it's going to be a 1st and goal. Just push it back to the Lobos 9-yard line now. Clock will continue to roll. 6:45 remaining here in the first quarter. Play clock is at 15 seconds. Bulldogs kind of taking their time now. They break the huddle, going to the line of scrimmage. Lined up in the pistol formation. Has one receiver, and that's Allen Haney lined up on the far side by himself. Off when he handed off to Junior. Fake the handoff to Carter and tried to connect with Haynes on a slant, but the ball was just a bit too low. So it's going to fall incomplete and force to make this a 2nd down. Now some substitutions coming in now for Lobo. Late substitution. Now the official moved away from the ball. Now we're ready to move back into action. Lined up in shot pistol formation this game. 3 receivers to his left. But the handles off to Carter. Carter does run into his own lineman, trying to get an extra push from his other offensive lineman. Does so successfully to get him down to about the 5-yard line. So a 4-yard gain for Robert Carter. Robert Carter is able to not run to his own tackle right there. It probably would have been a touchdown for the Bulldogs, but nevertheless, it's going to make this a 3rd down play from the Lobos 5-yard line.
Yeah, they had his forward progress stopped at the 5, but man, I thought he was going in.
We're going to see if they could try and leave this in the hands of Carter to finish this one off. So now it's going to be a design quarterback keeper by TK Gaines. Don't know if he got in. And actually the down official is saying that TK Gaines is about a yard shy. Is saying the knee hit the ground before he got in for the touchdown. So we're going to see how aggressive Mendoza decides to be on this 4th down play. Are you keeping the offense out there, coach? Or you, the way this wind is blowing, it's going to be a tough kick, kind of angle at the right hash. Now the Bulldogs hurry up to the line, trying to see if they can get the own design tush push, and this is going to be no call right now. Lobos are just indicating that it's no good. Now the Bulldogs are indicating that it's good. And we do have an indication that it's a good. So the Bulldogs are able to successfully get their own Bulldog tush push in. TK gains O to be accounting for the 1 yard touchdown.
Man, that was a time-consuming drive, and I'm glad it ended with points.
Oh, yes, sir. The Bulldogs took off a lot of time right there. And a good drive for it to end off with the points. Snap it down. Hold is good. The kick is up and it is good. So 4:54 remaining here in the first quarter. The Bulldogs are able to drive down the length of the field. Their first drive and put up points. 7-0 is our score. We'll take a quick break. Keep right where you got it. You're listening to the Mike Broadcast Network. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to Young Mike Broadcast Network with the Bulldogs able to drive down and put up points. And like we just got through talking about it, able to take off a lot of time off that first drive.
Yeah, that was a great time-consuming drive. Glad it ended in a touchdown with TK. Naples defense can step up and get a stop, get a turnover. Be a good start for the Bulldogs.
We have some stoppage in play right now. Clearly, Mendoza does not like what he's hearing right now, but I'm not seeing any penalty markers right now. Maybe it just might have been a verbal warning. But right now, as it stands, the Lobos have it at about their own 24, let's say 25-yard line. Officials are switching out the ball. Looks like that'll be the reason why Coach Mendoza was shaking his head in frustration. Bulldogs pick up their fourth penalty already. And that will be added at the end of the kickoff return. So now the Lobos will have this one starting at their own 40-yard line, moving from right to left. The quarterback for the Lobos will be number 4, Andre Salazar. Salazar working in the pistol formation. His first passing attempt is going to be incomplete. Was intended for number 6, Zayden Swift, but just out of the reach for him. But good coverage right there by the Bulldogs. Second down and 10 now for the Lobos. Lobos looking to the wristband for the new play call. So now They're ready to go work in the shotgun formation. Is Salazar. He has three receivers to his right, one to his left. High snap, able to maintain and get to his running back, but he's going to be running to a host of Bulldogs right there. But beating him first was number 26, Caleb Whitfield, for the tackle, and maybe got back to the original line of scrimmage. So now we're making a third down for the Lobos. That carry was to the running back number 7, Jordan King. Like I said, Jordan King ran into a wall right there of that defensive line for the Bulldogs. Now the Lobos trying to work to see if they can pick up the 10 yards to keep this drive alive. Trying to roll to his right, got pressure, trying to pick up a block. He's going to lower his shoulder and take a hit, but not until he picked up 5 yards. So the Bulldogs are able to, what it seems like, forced up 3 and now. Looks like the punting unit is coming out on the field. So, like you said, the Bulldogs get a good stop by the Bulldogs defense.
That's what they needed. Great coverage in the secondary. Didn't give him anybody to throw to.
They had to roll out of that pocket because it was so well covered downfield. So now it's going to make the Lobos bring out their punting unit back deep for the Bulldogs. Will be number 10, Caden Sherry. Low punt. Missed punt is going to be a low line drive kick, and it's going to be missed by the Bulldogs. Going to be fall. Hopefully, the Bulldogs are able to fall on it. And instead of falling on the ball, the missed return man almost kind of just threw his hand up like he was almost fugazed that the ball came that to his sight, and then instead of falling on it, the ball kind of bounced around, and luckily Caden Sherry for the Bulldogs was able to fall down on it because there was about 3 Lobos right there trying to get that football, Mr. Posey.
Heads up play by Sherry to get on that. That could have been bad.
Yeah, and Coach Mendoza was letting them hear it right there. Of course, that one could have ended either way. Just a bad snap, and luckily the punter was able to get this one off. But now Bulldogs have this one with good grace. It's going to be a shotgun formation handoff to Carter. Carter's going to take this one. Probably going to go for about a yard or two, depending on the spot. I'm going to say Carter got 1 yard, so it'll be a second down. And we'll say you got 2, so second down and 8 for the Bulldogs. 2:42 remaining in the first quarter. The Bulldogs leading by a score of 7-0. Working in the shotgun formation this game. He has 1 receiver to his left, 2 to his right. Looking to pass on connected receiver on the far side is Haynes. Haynes trying to stay on his feet. Make one defender miss. He's finally going to be thrown and tackled and forced out of bounds. But not until he picked up the first down right there. Picked up 19 yards on the reception. So it'll be a first and 10 now for the Bulldogs. The ball is spotted at their own 39-yard line.
That's the second time Haynes has been open in that same spot. Good read by TK. Good catch.
Yeah, the Lobos are playing some soft coverage right there. TK was able to exploit all of that. So now ready to work here in the pistol formation. Going to hand this one off to Robert Carter. Carter trying to stiff off the defender, trying to run it to the right side, makes one man beat. Still on his feet, going to be tackled behind. Past the 50 into low territory. Pistol tackle at the 45. We'll say about the 43, but a good run by Carter.
Great job running by Carter there. He got away. Picked up the extra yards.
Yeah, picked up 16 yards right there on that carry. So now Bulldogs have this one and threaten to add on to their lead. Pistol formation, 4 games, split receivers, 1 to the left, 1 to the right. Fake the handoff to the running back, Robert, and he's going to throw this one out to Haynes. Haynes having himself a busy first quarter right there. Comes up shaking after that late hit, taking to the knees, but he seems to be shaking it off in good spirits. So that reception good to go for 8 yards. So to make it a second down and 2 down for the Bulldogs. Ball is spotted at the Lobos 35-yard line, all the way over there on the left hash. Again, Bulldogs moving from left to right. 1:24 remaining here in the first quarter. Shotgun formation, 4 games. One receiver to the left, one to the right. Hand this one off to Carter. Carter going to be spun out around and stop trying to force this one back to the right side. This is still going to be going to take a big loss right there. Does Carter got spun out around and lost probably about 3 yards, and then momentum just kept taking them back. And the defense for the Lobos were able to pursue and push Carter negatively all the way back to about the 47. So that's a loss of 12 right there. So it's going to make this now a third down at 14 play for the Bulldogs. Shotgun formation, pocket kind of collapses on Gaines. Now steps on the pocket, trying and throw this into the receiver is going to be incomplete. Was trying to connect with Haynes, but good coverage over there by the Lobos. Corner number 2, Oliver Coleman, to force this fourth down. A drive that's stalled for the Bulldogs. Looks oh so promising right there, Mr. Poches, but just right there, that run by Carter forced the Bulldogs to have to punt here.
Good job of TK to get out of the pressure that they brought and make the pass, but good tight coverage by the Lobos.
Now with the force Mendoza to bring out the punting unit for his team. This is a punt by Braden. Takes a Bulldogs mount at about the Lobos 20. Still going to take a little bit of a roll. Finally down by Bulldog downman at about the 19. So the Bulldogs unable to extend their lead where it stands 7-0. We'll take a quick break, but keep right where you got it. You're listening to the Mike broadcast. Well, check that. I'm going to say they're going to try to run this one out. Forget that it runs a little bit faster in high school, baby. Boys ready to go here. She's got 16 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, so it might be the last play of the quarter. Now, Lobos looking to their wristband, and now they're ready to go. Working in shotgun formation, 2 receivers, 2 Salazar, right, 2 to his left, high snap. Looking to pass, steps up in the pocket left, now rolling to his right. He's going to take this one and run, being forced and angled out of bounds. And actually ended up tackling his own defender, was Trace Guinan, because Salazar was able to slide under his hit right there. So now I'm going to say Salazar was able to pick up about 8 yards on that undesigned quarterback run. Able to run out of bounds, so the clock will stop at 7 seconds. So now the Lobos have another play here. So it'll be a ball handed off to the running back, and that is King. And King is going to be tackled probably for no gain right there, but that will conclude matters here in the first period. First quarter of play, the Bulldogs leading by a score of 7-0 over the Langham Creek Lobos. We'll take a quick break and keep right where you got. You're listening to the Mike Broadcast Network. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mike Broadcast Network, where the teams have flipped the side of the field. Now the Lobos offense will have this one working from left to right. Salazar in the shotgun formation, got 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. He's going to hand this one off to King. King needs 2 yards to keep this drive alive. Have one official saying he does have enough for the first down, so King is able to get the 2 yards needed to keep the drive alive. So 1st and 10 now for the Lobos. Ball is spotted at their own 30-yard line. Salazar Giving the big play call to the offensive line now. Ready to work. Gets the snap. Looking at. Going to throw this one to a receiver on the design. Wide receiver screen, but well covered right there by the Bulldogs cornerman number 3. David Brown the third all over that design screenplay. Didn't let the receiver Swift get away from his eyesight. So that reception actually goes for a loss of 3 yards. So now it's going to make it a second down and 13 now for the Lobos. Shot confirmation for Salazar looking at the pass. Going to take a shot downfield. Going to have his open receiver going to be caught. Got some talking coming in after the play with no penalty marks. So a nice catch made by the receiver, number zero, Kamari Cam. Salazar threw a jump ball for where only his defender can get it. So now it's going to have this one past midfield into the Bulldogs territory. Now Salazar is going to step up in the pocket. Is going to be sacked for a loss. Joey Mazan making himself aware and present in this game as he's able to sack Salazar right there and force this one and make it a second down and 17 now for the Lobos. Lobos now trying to throw this one to the wide receiver. That is Camp. Camp coming underneath on the drag route is going to get back to the original line of scrimmage and +2. So able to pick up 9 yards. So it's going to make this a much easier third down and manageable, say third down and 8 now for the Lobos.
Good open field tackle by the Bulldogs on that one.
Third down and 8 for the Lobos. Ball spotted at the Bulldogs' 38-yard line. Shot confirmation for Salazar. Looking to pass. Trying to step up. Now being forced to run out to his right. Has an open receiver downfield. Is going to connect with his receiver. Is going to make one man legal tackle from behind. But Salazar does a nice job of keeping the play line. And his receiver, Swift, just did a better job of just sitting in the soft zone where there was no Bulldog defender in sight. And that goes for a reception of about 34 right there, 36 yards. Back to that big plays right here for the Bulldogs, for the Lobos. So now the Lobos are threatening to have this contest all time. Some late substitutions coming in for the Bulldogs. Now, ready to work this ball's going to be handed off to the running back, King, and King's going to be in for the 6-yard touchdown run. So the Lobos are able to flip the side of the field, Mr. Posters, and put together a drive of their own, able to get 2 big passes where it seems like we thought that the ball kind of floated right there enough to where the Bulldogs defenders can pick it off, but just better athleticism shown right there by the Lobos wide receivers to go up and go get it. Now the snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is good. So 8:59 remaining here in the second quarter. Our score is 7-7. And we just talked about the Bulldogs trying to see if they could get another stop out of their defense. Unable to come with it right there, Mr. Potion.
Yeah, that big third down play by the Lobos took the wind out of our sails for a minute. We're going to get it back right here.
Bulldogs did receive the opening kick to start off this contest and were able to go down and drive, put together a drive that went over 9, just about 8 minutes, and it ended off on a 1-yard touchdown run by TK Gaines. And then the Bulldogs were able to force the Lobos 3 and out on their first drive, but unable to come away with points on their second drive. And the Lobos were able to come away with points on their second drive. And now that's where we have our score of 7-7 here at Daikin Stadium here in Waller, Texas, for the Waller Bulldogs homecoming. And this is going to be an onside kick. It hit a Lobos defender first and didn't go 10 yards. Now you see the penalty marker coming in. Shockingly, it did get called by the closer official, but regardless, the Bulldogs will get good starting field position. The Lobos tried to pull a fast one right there on the Bulldogs, tried to catch him sleeping.
Yeah, the Bulldogs need to take advantage of this good field position. They need to put another touchdown on the board, get the momentum back.
The Bulldogs get this one with great starting field position, starting at the Lobos 49-yard line. The Bulldogs have this moving from right to left. Gaines working in the pistol formation, got three receivers to his right. Going to hand this one off to Robert Carter. Carter trying to dance through and trying to split through the hole and try to stay on his feet, but going to be tackled by the ankles. Not until he picked up, say 3 yards right there. So to make it a second down, second down is 7 for the Bulldogs. Ball is spotted at the Lobos 46-yard line. 8:29 remaining in the second quarter. 15 seconds remaining on the play clock. Shotgun formation for Gaines. Two receivers to his right, one to his left. Going to hand this one off to Carter. Carter trying to run this one up the middle. Defense going to be tackled at about the 29 with a good run by Carter. Picking up 15 yards right there. So had this one deep inside the Lobos territory once again now. Officially at the Lobos 31.
Good run by Carter, taking that pressure off of TK Gaines.
Now it's going to be another handoff to Carter. Carter trying to bounce this one to the right, to the left side. Going to be tackled from behind right there. Almost was a horse collar tackle right there, but just got slung down by the jersey. So that's why it looked so scary like it did. But through all that, Carter was able to get a hard fought 4 yards right there.
He fought for that for sure. He didn't give up.
So second down and 6 now for the Bulldogs. Ball is spotted at the Lobos 27-yard line. Gaines working in shotgun formation. Got two receivers to the right, one to the left. Gets the snap. Looking to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Pocket to left. Front of the ball. It's going to be, excuse me, he's going to be sacked. Just a shoe that came loose. Thought that was a football that might have spilled out of there. But regardless, TK Gaines does get sacked from behind. And it's going to be a loss of 5 yards right there. So it's going to make it a third down and 11 for the Bulldogs. Ball is kind of lined up closer to the left hash for the Bulldogs. We are moving from right to left. And then they break the huddle, working in shotgun formation. Two receivers, two Gaines right, one to his left. Carter is the running back lined up on the right side of Gaines. Gaines gets the snap. Bolo's bringing the pressure right there, and Gaines just has to throw this one away. And just tried to get it away quick as the Lobos are bringing the house right there. Tried to connect with Haynes, but just overselled everybody. Luckily, didn't hurt the Bulldogs right there, but going to have this one and put them in a tough decision right here. Fourth down and 11. The way this wind is blowing, kind of tough to kick it. Would have been about a 50-yard field goal from here, but they're going to keep the offense out on the field. Gaines working in the shotgun formation, like you're going to take their time. And Dozier's going to take a timeout and talk things over here. So the Bulldogs take their first timeout. So we'll take a quick timeout of ourselves, but keep right where you got it. You're listening to Yo Mike Broadcast Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Daikin Stadium here in Waller, Texas, where this is the Waller Bulldogs homecoming game, and the Bulldogs are trying to see if they can keep things in their momentum right now. Game working the shotgun formation, going to be a pass that's caught by the receiver, Caden Sherry. Caden Sherry is able to maintain contact, absorb the hit, and do the rest and run himself in for the 33-yard touchdown. So great play call out of the timeout by Mendoza. Puts together a 4th and 11 play call and ends up in the end zone.
That's the play they needed right there. Great job. Great play call by Mendoza. Excellent route running by Gary. Point is good.
So 6:17 remaining here in the second quarter. The Bulldogs are able to regain the lead. 14-7 is our score. And we were just talking about it, Mr. Coaches. The Bulldogs were kind of shooting themselves in the foot right there with all those penalty marks that they picked up so early that kind of stalled some drives for them.
Yeah, glad to see the passing game picked up, helped carry the running game. Seemed like that was the route they were going, was running almost every play. Great catch by Caden Cherry and run after the catch.
Now it's going to have the Bulldogs putting the pressure back on the Lobos here. Lobos trying to see if they can tie this one going into halftime. They will receive the kickoff to open up the third quarter. Right now, they have going to get this one trailing by a score 14-7 to the Waller Bulldogs. Reed has the ball lined up at the 40. Nice leg into this one as the return man backed up about the 5-yard line, trying to get a nice return. Got the tackle at the ankles at about the 20-yard line. The return man number 3, Cameron Wyatt, gets a big hit on by number 0, Deshaun McGarry. McGarry trying to get this homecoming crowd lit up. So now the Lobos are going to have this one starting at their own 20-yard line. Again, moving from left to right, wearing the red helmet, white jersey, black number, and great pants. The Bulldogs wearing the blue helmet, black top, white number. Bulldogs going back, black pants, white stripe going down the side of the pants. The Salazar ready for it. Give it a low shotgun formation. Going to hand this one off to the D running back. Time rush to the right side. There's one man mid at the 30, trying to get the 40. At the 50, finally tackled past the 50 inside the Bulldogs territory. That's number 10. Trey Smith on the carry. Picked up 33 yards right there. So one big play for the Lobos already inside the Bulldog territory, officially at the Bulldogs 47. Shotgun formation for Salazar. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. It's going to be another handoff to the running back, Mr. Trey again, but this time not as explosive. Breakout only goes for about 4 yards right there. We'll say he picked up 3. So making a 2nd down and 7. And I'm ready to see they got some like, big explosive plays, runs out of Mr. Smith so far. Mr. Trey, I should say.
Yeah, Bulldogs got to limit the big plays. Especially last 3rd downs. Big passing play.
So now we're ready. Shotgun formation for Bulldogs. For the Lobos. This ball's going to be thrown right over the linebacker's head and goes for a positive reception. Another 1st down for the Bulldogs. Salazar just able to dump that pass right over the covered Bulldogs to his man, number 6, Mr. Swift. So now they're going to have this one inside the Bulldogs' 22-yard line. Shotgun formation for Salazar. Three receivers to his left, one to his right. Looking to pass, going to take a shot in the end zone. This one's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by the Bulldogs.
That's the stop we needed right there.
So McGarry making the special teams tackle for the Bulldogs to get the crowd into this one, and then is able to find a way to come away with our first turnover with the interception right there. Goes for a touchback, so the Bulldogs should get this with a good starting field position. Looks like the official was lined up like he was about to make yet another penalty call. Bulldogs are going to have this one at their own 20-yard line. 14-7 is our score. The Bulldogs are on top. Bulldogs trying to see if they can get some much more insurance right here. Pistol formation for Gaines in his offense. Three receivers to his right. Ball's going to be handed off to the new running back. Boudreaux. Boudreaux is going to take this one and dive forward for about 4-yard gain. So it's going to make this a second down and 6-4. The Bulldog. 4:28 remaining in the second quarter. Bulldogs kind of taking a little bit time here, but they want to try to speed things up here and trying to see if they can add up to their lead. This is going to be a handoff to Robert Carter now, and Carter somehow, some way is able to keep those feet moving and also getting an extra push from his offensive line, but it's going to be about a yard shy of the first down. So that run by Carter goes for 4 yards. So it's going to make this now third down and 1 for the Bulldogs. Lined in the pistol formation is Gaines. Gaines gets this snap's going to hand it off to Robert Carter. Carter fights through and gets through the hole, still on his feet, carrying Lobos defenders with him, and finally going to be stopped at forward progress, but able to pick up about 13 yards right there.
Going. Punched into the end zone before half.
3:12 remaining here in the second quarter. The Bulldogs have another first down line. Ball is lined at the 43-yard line. Shotgun formation for Gaines. Sherry comes in motion from left. Now back to the right side. And this one's going to be a design quarterback keeper kept by Gaines. And this one's going to go for no yards right there. So it's going to make it. Well, they're going to say he got 1 yard out of there. It's kind of generous right there with that spot. I didn't think he got anything right there. So now we're going to say it's a second down and 9 now officially. Ball is spotted on the Bulldogs' 44-yard line. Bulldogs now breaking the huddle. 2:20 remaining here in the second quarter. Shotgun formation for Gaines. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Sherry comes in from motion from left to right. Gaines gets it, looking to pass, is going to connect with his receiver, Allen Hayes, down here on the left side of the field. Going to be about 3 yards shy of the first down, but is able to make this a much more manageable third down. It's going to be a third down and 2 for the Bulldogs.
Seems like the Lobos are playing a little soft on Haynes. That's his fourth reception of the game.
So Ames is able to run out of bounds to stop the clock at 2 minutes, 8 seconds. And now see what the Bulldogs line up for this third down. The 2 plays. Ball's going to be handed off to the running back, Robert Carter. But Robert Carter is going to run. Excuse me, that's going to be Boudreaux on the carry right there. Boudreaux is going to only get about a yard right there. So that will take us to the 2-minute timeout where the Bulldogs have it, leading by a score of 14-0 over the Langham Creek Lobos. We'll take a quick break right where you got it. We're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We're here in Waller, Texas, at Daikin Stadium, where the Bulldogs break out of that huddle and they try to line up and get the Lobos to jump off sides with that cadence call, and looks like they are going to be able to get a successful offsides call. It looks like the officials are coming up to decide if they will either flag the defense or the Bulldogs right there. It looks like they were able to come to an agreement that the Lobos did flinch first. So the Bulldogs able to pick up that free five to keep the drive alive. So now it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Lobos 43-yard line. Shotgun formation for gains. Two receivers to his right. Quick RPO. This one going to be caught by the receiver. I want to say incomplete pass, actually. And actually, if Bulldogs caught a little race right there, that one could have been going the other way right there, Mr. Poches.
Post. Tight coverage.
So now it's going to bring it up a 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Clock's going to stop at 1 minute and 55 seconds. Ball is spotted at the Lobos 43-yard line. The Bulldogs now breaking the huddle ready towards you. Was lined up in the pistol formation, now lining in the shotgun formation, does gains. It's going to be a design quarterback keeper trying to run to the right side, trying to make a man miss, still on his feet at the 40, tackle behind at the 35. Going to be about a yard shy, but nice job of getting out of the pressure. Was gained, so able to pick up 9 yards with his feet. So 3rd down and 1 now for the Bulldogs. Ball spotted at the Lobos, officially 34-yard line. 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining here in the first half of play in the second quarter. Play clock is at 15 seconds. Gaines lined up in the pistol formation. Nice job by Gaines to pull this one. Gaines at the 25, at the 20. There's nobody in sight of Gaines. Gaines going to be in for the touchdown.
Great job by TK. I was cool on that one. I thought he handed it to Carter.
Bulldogs call the read option right there. TK Gaines able to read the defense. Pulled it out last minute. Nice job of pulling right there. Made one man miss. TK Gaines able to do the rest himself. Kick is up. And it is good. 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Bulldogs able to extend their lead 21-7 over the Langham Creek Lobos. We'll take a quick break, but keep it right where you got it. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to Daikin Stadium in Waller, Texas, where the Bulldogs were able to capitalize on that touchdown run. Second touchdown of the day for Mr. Gaines, Mr. Potion. So far, Mr. Gaines put himself together a good homecoming game for this crowd.
I like the way the running game's working for the Bulldogs. Between Gaines and Carter, they're having a pretty good night.
Now we got a new kicker for the Bulldogs. It's number 43. Trying to get his name at halftime from having on the roster, but he's able to boot this one and sail into the end zone for a touchback. So the Lobos will have this one first and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Lobos do have 3 timeouts remaining. The Bulldogs only have 2. 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining. Lobos will receive the kickoff to open up the second half of play, but right now they're trying to dig themselves out of this hole right now, trailing by a score of 21-7 to the Waller Bulldogs. Now Salazar ready to work this drive, working the shotgun formation. Got 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Everybody looking at the Bishop man to see what play call will be right here. So now King is the running back lined up on the left side. Now moves over to the right. Brown comes and presses for the Bulldogs. So now Salazar looking to pass. The pocket's going to collapse and he's going to be sacked. We got a late penalty marker coming in right now. Don't know if it's going to be a holding going against the Bulldogs. But number 1, Ty Tryon was able to get in there and sack Salazar. Would be a loss of about 9.
Yeah, they're going to get the Bulldogs for a face mask. Great job of putting pressure on the quarterback, though.
So as we wait the call, Mendoza made his way out to the 20-yard line. And it looks like it's going against the Lobos because Mendoza was declining. So the Bulldogs catch a break right there. They don't pick up their 5th penalty unless this time it goes to the Lobos. They pick up their 3rd one. So it's going to be a penalty that gets declined. So the 9-yard sack will stand. So now Salazar steps on the pocket. Pocket collapse on him. Now it's going to be sacked. Actually going to say he picked up a yard, so the Bulldogs are not able to pick up back-to-back sacks right there because Salazar was able to pick up 1 yard positively. So now it's going to make this a 3rd down and 18 now for the Lobos. The Lobos trying to hurry up to the line. Could just take a timeout right there, but they're electing not to. 35 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Lobos just taking their time off. Now looking to the wristband. 3 receivers lined up. 2 Salazars left, 1 to his right. Play clock is down all the way to 5 seconds. Now, Salazar is ready to go. Shotgun formation, gets the snaps, going to hands one on to the running back. King, the ball is loose. The ball is loose, and finally, luckily, King was able to fall back on it. Got stripped from behind, but he had 2 blockers in front of him right there. If he was able to get that one loose, that would have been probably a house call, Coach.
I don't understand their thought process there to run the clock out like that.
Nevertheless, you'll take it if you're the Bulldogs. So that will actually take us to the end of one where the Bulldogs are winning or leading by a score 21-7 on the Langham Creek Lobos. We'll take a quick break for halftime, but keep it right where you got it. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here at Yankee Stadium, where we're just getting through this halftime break right now, but we got some stats for you guys. We'll start with the leading home Bulldogs right now. So far, Bulldogs have a total of. We'll start off with the penalty markers, Coach. First, the Bulldogs have a total of 4 penalties for a total of 30 yards. For the Lobos, I got 3 penalties for a total of 19 yards. So far, you can say it's kind of been clean football in that first half.
Yeah, relatively penalty free.
So the Bulldogs were able to net a total of 226 total of offense in that first half. You had TK Gaines, you said was explosive, was able to get 2 of those touchdowns, Coach. And you said his stats were
I got him for 8 carries, 64 yards with the 2 rushing touchdowns. And then we got him 5 for 9 and passing for 80 yards and 1 touchdown to Caden Sherry.
so the Bulldogs right now leading by a score of 21-7. And then for the Langham Creek Lobos, they had a total of 62 passing yards in that first half and a total of 34 rushing yards. And the total for the offense in that first half minute ended up being 96 total yards. So a slow start for that Lobes offense, Coach, and pretty much a fast start for the Bulldogs offense kind of went a little bit slow towards midway through the first half, but they were able to pick things up and get into the end zone on a 33-yard touchdown strike from Tristan Gaines to Caden Cherry. Caden Cherry was able to break off a tackle and run it in himself.
Yeah, I think they did a great job of ball control, controlling the clock that first half. I had Carter coming in at the start of the game with 884 yards, and I got him at 14 carries for 76 yards right now, which puts him about 40 yards away from hitting 1,000 for the season.
Yes, sir. That'd be a huge mark for this young man. As a person, I said, you never realize how old you get until you actually start to recognize and put a name with a face. Young Robert Carter used to be a member at the Temple of Refuge Ministry, so it's always good to see those young men out there striving and surviving out here. But it seemed like it'd be
Absolutely.
tough because there's no way in the world I'm getting 1,000 yards, coach.
At my age, I would be lucky to get 5 yards.
So, like I said, we're getting set here for this homecoming festivities right now. Right now, the Bulldogs are leading by a score of 21-7 over the Langham Creek Lobos. Lobos will receive the kickoff to open up the second half of play. But we'll take a little bit of the rest of this halftime break to get some munching and grunching going on right here. See, Mr.
Amen.
Poach has got his play already ready to stuff this
I'm
place.
ready.
So we'll take a quick break. We'll keep right where you got it. You're listening to Double Mike Broadcast Network.
Work it, let me work it. We'll break down to the university. If you got a big, let me search it. I gotta work, yeah. Work it. Work it, let me work it. We'll break down to the university. If you got a big, let me search it. I gotta work, yeah. Work it, let me work it. We'll break down to the university. If you got a big, let me search it. I gotta work, yeah. Dupa, papa. No! Whoa! Whoa! Work it, let me work it. Put my baby down, flip it and reverse it. If you got a big, let me search it. I gotta work, yeah. I like the way you work that. Woo! Show me how to work that. Work it, let me work it. Put my baby down, flip it and reverse it. If you got a big, let me search it. I gotta work, yeah. Woo! Work it. Work it, let me work it. Put my baby down, flip it and reverse it. If you got a big, let me search it. I gotta work, yeah. Work it, let me work it. Put my baby down, flip it and reverse it. If you got a big, let me search it. I gotta work, yeah. Dupa, Papa. No! Whoa! Whoa! Work it, let me work it. Put my baby down, flip it and reverse it. If you got a big, let me search it. I gotta work, yeah. I like the way you work that. Woo! Show me how to work that.
And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to Daikin Stadium in Waller, Texas, where we're just getting ready and wrap up out of the halftime homecoming festivity. But about 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. Teams are just making their way out of field house. Right now, the Bulldogs are leading by a score of 21-7 over the Lobos so far. Good start to homecoming for these Bulldogs, coach.
Great job of balancing the offense by the coaching staff. Uh, Two rushing touchdowns, one passing touchdown by TK. Caden Cherry with the big reception, catch and run for the score right before the half.
Lobos will receive kickoff to start the second half of play again. The Lobos come in wearing the red helmet, white jersey, black numbers, gray pants. Bulldogs wearing the maroon helmet. They'll be on the right side, numbers on the left, black top, white numbers. Bulldogs going on the back, black pants, maroon and white stripe going down the side. As teams are getting their last stretches in, I'd like to remind you, the listeners, that you can catch any ring broadcast on the Open Mic Broadcast Network by simply going visiting our website at ovnradio.com. There you can click the donation button to help continue the support of the coverage that Open Mic Broadcast can continue to bring to your local community. Also remind our listeners you can join the Temple of Refuge Ministry Sunday service every morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, dialing 857 777 0000. Again, that number is 857 777 0000. Nice turnout here for the Bulldogs homecoming. Say it's a sellout crowd here. People standing all throughout stands because it's so packed up here and stands are filled up here for this homecoming. It's good to see that the community came out to support these Bulldogs, coach.
Man, the student section is packed tonight. I always love to see that. Students supporting each other.
And it took a minute, man, because like I said, I'm a old alumni here, man. You should never see a student section here. It's good to see that the students aren't coming up behind to cheer on their classmates, to lead them on into victory because it takes a lot of toll on you. You know, you got people that's going to stand supporting you, man.
One thing that I've noticed in all the years of working the games is that between the cheerleaders, the wranglerettes, the band, they all get involved with each other, and they do everything they can to pump these boys up, bring them to victory.
It serves as the Bulldogs making their way out to the play by quarterback TK against the sophomore. So Bulldogs are going to leave it up to their defense to try to see how fast they can get that offense back out on the field. Try to see if they can maintain what seemed like coming into it an explosive Langham Creek team that's been hot. Came into this game with a record 6-1, while the Bulldogs came in with a record of 4-3, trying to turn things around here in the 6A Region 2 District 16 football matchup. Get some standings in that district right now. Cypress Branch is 4-0, 5-2 overall record. Bridgeview 3-1, 5-2 overall record. Langham Creek 3-1 in district play with 6-1 overall record. Cypress Spring 3-2 overall in district play with a 6-2 overall record. Then there's Waller 4-3 overall record with a 2-2 district play. Cypress Lakes 2-2 district, a 3-4 overall record. Cypress Woods 0-4, 3-4 overall record. And then Cypress Park's 0-5 in district play with an 0-8 overall record. So the Bulldogs are trying to move themselves up into the standings with a much needed win here, Coach.
Yeah, they got to have this one.
You can't make it any more sooner. Break it down. Bulldogs got to have this one. As this kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. So the Lobos will get this one starting at their own 25-yard line.
Bulldogs taking advantage of that wind to kick the ball out the back of the end zone.
Yes, sir. The wind is now blowing more to the north end of the end zone. But now, as I say that, it starts to take its toll and pull more towards the west. Dodgers still over here. Mother Nature decided. February resumed back into play first down for Salazar and his offense, working in the shotgun formation. Got two receivers to his left, two to his right. King is the running back to start off this drive. On the left side, hand it off to King. King trying to run to the right side, force it back around the 20. So trying to stiff on a defender, but it's going to be tackled out of bounds by number 52, Trace Geigley.
Good job by the defense to push it to the outside and not let him get upfield with that one.
Yeah, that one could have been dangerous if King was able to push that one to the outside to get some any daylight, but like I said, good coverage and good pursuit right there by Trace Geigley to force him out of bounds and actually tackle him for a loss. So it's going to make it a second down and 11 now for the Lobos. All spotted at their own 24-yard line. Salazar getting the play called out ready for two receivers to his left, two to his right, gets the snap, looking past down the road to his left, throws to a check down for wide receivers. King on the left side, he's going to take the shot and run, but he's going to slip due to the turf. So the Bulldogs extra defensive man able to come away with the tackle for them. And King's reception only able to go for about a 4 yard. So it's going to make it a third down and 11 now for the Lobos.
Be a good time for a Bulldog stop on this play.
Lobos kind of taking their time here. Now looking to their wristband, now ready to Salazar the shot. She got two receivers to his left, two to his right, gets the snap. Looking to pass to the right side. Not going to step up, going to pump fake. Pocket to the left, not going to try to roll to his right. Going to be tackled for the sack. Tripping him up by the feet was number one, Ty Tyron. So actually going to say he lost 4 yards right there. Make this a fourth down and 12. The Bulldogs able to come away with that stop.
Third sack of the game for the Bulldogs, second for Tryon.
Now going to force the Lobos head coach Todd Thompson to bring out the punter unit once again, back deep for the Bulldogs. To receive this punch to be Sherry. Sherry standing at about the 50, takes a big hit.
Hit immediately after the catch. Good job of holding on to the ball.
And whoo, Cade Sherry took a big hit right there. Didn't want to take the fair catch call. We'll see if that big hit will make Cade Sherry take a business decision next time. Nevertheless, he was able to hang on to that ball and give the Bulldogs great starting field position here for their first opening drive here in the third quarter.
Good job by the Bulldog defense to force the third and out on the opening possession of the second half.
Now it gives TK Gaines and his offense some breathing room and some more momentum to work in their favor. It's going to be a delayed handoff, a little misdirection handoff, trying to get Boudreaux go to the right side when the defense goes to the left side, but that right side was able to stand tall and actually tackle Boudreaux for a loss for 1 yard. So it's going to be a second down and 11 now for the Bulldogs. Some substitutions coming in now for the Bulldogs. Second and 11. Ball is spotted at their own 45-yard line. 9 minutes and 35 seconds in the third quarter. Gaines lined up empty formation. Got three receivers to his right, two to his left. Gets the snap, looking at pass, take a shot. It's going to be incomplete. Half the first down was Caden Sherry, but Caden Sherry was trying to run before he had completed the pass. Ball's going to fall incomplete right there. There's a missed opportunity right there for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, you gotta catch those, especially when they're right in your hands.
So third down and 11 for the Bulldog. It's going to force Mendoza here to see what he can cook together. Was able to come out successful on that fourth down 11 that ended up on a 33-yard touchdown. See what they can do here. Gaines in the shotgun formation. Going to throw. This is going to hit the referee. Had an open wide receiver. Gaines trying to throw across his body and just hits the referee right in the middle of the field. Mendoza is just kind of frustrated, trying to get an explanation right there with just why the umpire is just at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, the Bulldogs had a wide receiver wide open in the middle. That would have been completed.
Now it's going to force Mendoza to have to punt this one away. It's going to bring out Reed. Low snap, was able to maintain it. Gets this one up. Nice punt by Reed's going to force this one and take a bounce and roll out of bounds. So Reed's able to flip the field and pin the Lobos deep inside their own territory, officially at about the 13-yard line. Bulldogs not able to come down on that first drive here and put away in the points, coach.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating for Gaines because that receiver was wide open. That would have definitely picked up the first down.
So now what's going to happen? Lobos looking at this, trailing by a score of 21-7. Their second look here. 9 minutes, 9 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Now looking to raise hands to get the new play call now. It's going to make some formation adjustment. Now the running back moves from the left to the right. Two receivers, two Salazar, left, two to his right. Gets the hand over to the running back to try to bounce out, run to the left side, but he's going to be tackled immediately by the defensive lineman right there, number one, Ty Child. Ty Child makes himself well known, coach. Actually able to tackle him for a loss of 2 yards. He's going to make it second down and 12 now for the Bulldogs.
Good job by Tryon to get in the backfield, make contact, and the handoff.
Now Salazar trying to see if he can put together a good drive here to keep his local back in this contest. Looks like they're trying to set some points here. So now Salazar trying to see if he can pick it up and connect with the wide receiver on time. He's going to be unsuccessfully right there. Incomplete pass. Trying to connect with his wide receiver number 19 on the slam route. That was Mason Dottie. So now it's going to force an incomplete and make it a third and down and 12. But like I said, good coverage right there by the Bulldogs defense all the way around.
That's great coverage on that play.
Some substitutions coming in for both teams. So now it's going to make this third down and 12. Ball is spotted at their own 11-yard line. Shotgun formation for Salazar. Salazar looking at the pass. Going to take this one. Going to be caught by the receivers at the 30. He's got one man to beat. Going to be spun around. Finally tackled at the 40. So Bulldogs defense surrenders a huge first down, a huge third down that ends up in a first down for the Lobos. Not what they needed right there.
No, they got to quit with the big plays.
So that reception goes for 30 yards for the Lobos. So they have it now first and 10. Ball is spotted at their own 41-yard line. That reception was good by number 0, Cameron Camp, Carney Camp. So now Salazar looking at pass, going to pump fake, avoids 1 sack. He's going to throw this one to the wide receiver, the running back, just trying to make himself available. But this pass falls incomplete.
Great job by Tryon to get in the backfield and put the pressure on the quarterback.
We do have an injured Lobo down on the field, so we'll take a quick break due to the injury, but keep it right where you got it. You're listening to Double Mike Broadcast Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Daikin Stadium, where that injured Lobo was number 58, Jake Pearson, the offensive lineman, senior, able to walk off the field in his own power. So it's a good sign for the Lobos. So now we're ready to resume back. The play that's going to be a design quarterback keeper for out. The quarterback Salazar is able to get this one past the first down marker, able to pick up 13 yards with his feet right there. So first and 10 for the Lobos. Ball is spotted inside the Bulldogs territory, officially at the Bulldogs 47-yard line. 7:20 remaining here in the third quarter. Bulldogs leading by a score of 21-7. Lobos have this one coming from left to right, working in the shotgun formation. Two receivers, two sides on the left, two to his right. The ball's going to hand off to the running back. King has a hole, hits the left side, finally going to tackle behind by McRae, but not until he picked up. Another positive gain right there.
Yeah, he picked up about 20 yards on that play. Need the Bulldogs to step up here and make it stop.
Yeah, like you said, just about the big gain right there for the Lobos. So now they have this one inside the Bulldogs 27-yard line. The ball's going to be handed off to King. King trying to run it to the left side, though. But finally going to be dragged down, but not to be picked up. We'll say picked up 2 yards right there. So make it second down and 8 now for the Lobos. Clock is still rolling. 6:15 remaining here in the third quarter. Some substitutions coming in from both sides. So now you see that the Bulldogs corners are pressing up on these low receivers right now. Salazar working in the shotgun formation. Got three receivers to his right, one to his left. Gets the snap, looking to pass. Going to try to avoid out. Probably going to take this, trying to throw it out of bounds. Well covered by the Bulldogs all the way around. But we do have a late penalty marker coming in right around the Bulldogs 18-yard line. Right now,
Certainly looked like the Lobos were holding on that one.
right now it is a second down and 8. So the holding call is going to go against the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs pick up their fifth penalty marker here. They say the spot of the foul where it occurred around the 18. So the ball was on the 26-yard line. So you can just say that's about an 8-yard penalty loss for them. So now the Lobes have this one. Fresh new set of downs. First and 10 for them. Ball is spotted at the Bulldogs' 18-yard line. Clock stopped at 5:57. Officially United say the ball is at the 15-yard line. So now Salazar looking to pass. Now it's going to roll to his left. There's nobody in front of him. Going to try and see if he can make that one defender miss. Does so successfully. He's going to be in for the touchdown. Salazar had one man to beat, able to shake him make out of his boots, and able to go inside the end zone for the 15-yard touchdown run. Not a good drive right there that the Bulldogs defense were looking for this one to turn out. But for the Lobes, just the drive you need to keep you alive in this football game. Snap is up, kick is up, and it is good. So 5:48 remaining here in the third quarter. Our score now, the Bulldogs 21, the Lobes 14. We'll take a quick break. We'll keep right where you got it. You're listening to Bill Mike Broadcast Network. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mike Broadcast Network, where the Lobos are able to decrease the Bulldogs' lead down to 7. This kick by the Lobos gets down by the receiver, number 14, Baylor C. So the Bulldogs are going to have this one starting at their own 29. Need to put together a good drive here, coach, to not let this lead slip away from them. Now TK Gaines ready to work for the Bulldogs, working in the pistol formation. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. This ball's going to be handed off to Robert Carter. Carter trying to run to the left side of the field, but it's going to be thrown down to the ground, or to the turf for a modest gain of about, say, 3 yards. Shotgun formation for Gaines. Gaines going to throw this one to the receiver. That is Sherry. Sherry trying to follow his blockers, but it's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down. So that screen for Sherry, excuse me, from Gaines to Sherry is good for about 5 yards. So it's going to make it a 3rd down and 2 now for the Bulldogs. Excuse me, 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Play clock is at 10 seconds. The ball's going to be pulled back by Gaines, trying to get enough for the first down. Was a read option play right there, and trying to pick up the first down with his leg. Needed 2 yards, and they're signaling like he got the first down, and he's able to get the first down. Didn't think he got it right there for a second. Now they're lined up.
Yeah, with the spot the referee was pointing out, it didn't look like he got it, but good job by TK to pick up the first down.
That keeps the drive alive for the Bulldogs. Now it's 1st and 10 for them at their own 39-yard line. Man comes in motion from right to left. Gaines gets the snap. Looking to pass. Going to take a shot downfield. Has an open receiver. His Brown's going to be caught and pass Lobos territory. Caught the ball and just angled out of bounds. It's David Brown the third with the reception. 27-yard reception from Gaines to Brown. So Brown able to get the Bulldogs past midfield into Lobos territory. And this is going to be a design wide receiver to screen to the left side of the field, going to Caden Sherry once again. And he's going to go for another positive gain of 9 yards. So he's going to have this one 2nd down and 1 at the Lobos 24-yard line. Bulldog seems like they're getting that momentum back on this drive right here now. The 4 wide receivers that were lined up here down on the left go all the way up to the right now. TK Gaines pump fake, looking to pass, going to try to connect with receiver Allen Hain, but it's going to be incomplete. Well covered by the Lobos corner number 3, Cameron Wyatt. It's a bit high on the throw by Gaines, but he'd like to have that one back. Probably would have had another stat padding for Mr. Haynes, who's had himself a busy game so far. So now this 3rd down and 1 play is going to be a quarterback keeper by TK Gaines. TK Gaines takes a big hit and spun out of that one, but doesn't matter. Mr. Gaines has enough for the first down.
Gaines picked up about 4 yards on the carry. Took a little shot at the end of it, but bounced right back.
Now we'll give the Bulldogs another 1st and 10. Ball is spotted at the Lobos 21-yard line. We'd like to see what the Bulldogs can do what they did in that first drive when they took off about 8 minutes and ended up with a touchdown. So Gaines trying to get out of pocket. He's going to be flustered and sacked. Couldn't get out of the Lobos defenseman right there. Sacking him on that play, Ezekiel Engbaum. Angbao is going to sack Gaines for a loss of 6 right there. So it's going to make it a second down and 16 now. Ball is all the way spotted back at the Lobos 27-yard line. So now Gaines trying to see if he can pick back up those 6 yards that he lost. Working in the shotgun formation. Got 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Play clock is 2 seconds. Don't know they're going to be able to get this one off. They're just able to get it off. The Lobos bringing pressure. Gaines going to step to the left side. Is going to be angled at the 20. Got one man at the beach. Going to be angled out of bounds before taking the hit. Let's see where they officially have him going out of bounds. And they say at about the 16-yard line. But it's still a much more manageable third and about, say, 5 now.
Like a pickup of 11 yards on the scramble.
Third down and 5 for Gaines. Got 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Carter is lined up on the left side of Gaines. Gaines going to step back for a second to see what they decide to do here. We got 4 seconds left on the play clock. Down now just gets the snap. Lowe's bringing pressure. And Gaines is going to try to step up to try to slip through the sack, but not being able to do so. And able to sack him was number 28 for the Lobos. Shooting number 14, again, Ezekiel Angbao. So now it's going to make this a 4th down and 10. And we'll see what Mendoza decides to do if he decides to kick the field goal here. And they are going to bring the field goal unit out. The wind is blowing more towards, you say, the west side. This attempt by Breeden is up. And it is good.
It is good. Good job. Way to put the points on the board, Bulldogs.
So the 40-yard field goal from Mr. Alvarez is up and it's good. So the Bulldogs able to extend their lead, not able to end with touchdown, but they'll take the 3 points any way they can get it, Mr. Coaches.
That's right. With a minute 10 left in the quarter, it's a good job of the Bulldogs to put some extra points on the board.
So we have our score: Waller Bulldogs 24, the Langham Creek Lobos 14. So far, the Bulldogs are able to keep these faithful fans who came out to support the Bulldogs, giving them a good crowd so far. No?
Wow,
Good show.
It's a huge crowd tonight. Love to see that for these kids.
Back deep for the Lobos will be number 3, Cameron Wyatt. And number 6, Zayden Swift. These 2 gentlemen were standing at their own 20. Now they're going to back up to about their own 10 as Salazar kick goes and sails into the end zone for a touchback. So the Lobos are going to get this one starting at their own 25-yard line, again moving from left to right.
Special teams doing a good job of pinning the Lobos deep in their own territory.
You can say the Bulldogs kind of had the special teams slacking at some part earlier in the season. You kind of see that it's turned more into their favor. They're able to pin these opponents back deep to their own side, not give them such a good field position.
Glad to see them make the adjustments.
So now we're going to see if that defense can make an adjustment here and slow down this Lobos offense. They seem to start to find something here in the second half. So now there's going to be a pass. It's going to be behind the receiver, going to fall incomplete. Salazar trying to connect with number 13, Ethan Robinson. Ball just kind of floated behind him. You say Robinson probably was a little bit too fast for the ball, but ball came off his hands, so Robinson would definitely like to say he would have that one back. But nevertheless, the Bulldogs will take the incomplete pass, make it second down and 10 for the Lobos. Clock's going to stop at 1 minute and 5 seconds. Now, the Lobos, Braden Word, 3 receivers, 2 Salazar's left, 1 to his right. Bulldogs kind of sagging off here on this defensive coverage versus the corner. So now Salazar rolling to his left, trying to find an open receiver. Just going to take this one and throw it away. Luckily, he got out of the pocket because there was no receiver in the area where he threw it, so there won't be any intentional grounding right there. But regardless, another well covered defensive play by the Bulldogs all the way around.
Great coverage by the secondary on that one.
It's 3rd and 10 now for the Lobos. Ball is spotted at the own 25-yard line. Clock stopped at 56 seconds. Some substitutions coming in for the teams now. Salazar trying to see if he can pick up the first down here to keep the drive alive for the Lobos. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. The Bulldogs bringing some pressure, and the Bulldogs going to able to come through with the sack. That man, number 1, Ty Tyron, with his 3rd sack. So the Bulldogs dialing up their own little pressure there and is able to come through and force the Lobos to have to bring out their punting unit.
Lobos don't seem to have an answer for number 1, Tryon, as he's had 3 sacks and 1 tackle for a loss.
Late man coming in for the Bulldogs. But back in to be number 10, Sherry, standing at midfield. A low snap by the Bulldogs, by the Lobos snapper, but managed to find the punter and gets a low kick, and it ends up actually hitting a Lobos defendant, but it's going to be down at about the 44-yard line. But the Bulldogs get this one with great starting field position on the Lobos 44.
Good job by the defense of getting the stop and getting the Lobos offense off the field before they can make another big play.
7 seconds remaining here. So see, this will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Gaines lined up in the pistol formation, got 3 receivers to his right, got Carter in the backfield. It's going to be a quick screen play trying to go and connect with Sherry, but it's going to actually lose a yard right there. Nice open field tackle right there behind the Lobos defender to not allow Sherry to get that ball and break it out field. So that will take us to the 4th quarter where the Bulldogs will lead by a score of 24-14 over the Langham Creek Lobos. We'll take a quick break, but keep it right where you got it. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Daikin Stadium in Waller, Texas, where the Bulldogs have this one and the ball and the lead. This one's going to be a keeper by TK Gaines. TK Gaines at the 30, at the 25, going to lower his shoulder and take a big hit at the end of that run. But he's able to keep the drive alive right there with his feet. Ball is at 45.
Like a pickup of 21 for Gaines.
Gaines now looking over to the sideline over here on the right side. Get the new play call. Now motions caught over from the left to the right. 2 receivers, 2 Gaines left, 2 to his right. Now the design quarterback keeper trying to outride the defender. And Gaines going to be in for the touchdown. Not seeing any penalty markers on the field. And Gaines is going to be in for his 3rd rushing touchdown, 24 yards out this time.
Great design run play for Gaines on that one.
You see the Bulldogs are having a lot of success with running that read option, especially Gaines pulling out their last second, doing the rest himself. The snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is good. So 11 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. The Bulldogs are able to extend this happy homecoming down to a score of 31-14. So, in the spite of Mr. Post's broadcasting debut, the Bulldogs are able to put on a show and get out what it seems like so far they're going to be making their way out of that 2-game losing skid they had started, Coach.
Man, we need this one big time. These kids have played hard. They've practiced hard all year. I think it's a special team capable of doing good things. I'd love to see them get in the playoffs and make a run at something.
Now we'll see if that playoff run can start with the win here. It's going in the right direction, but they just have 11 minutes and 45 seconds of being in their way. Backbeat for the Lobos. Number 6, Zayden Swift. And number 3, Cameron Wyatt, standing at about their own 15-yard line. Now to kick deep for the Bulldogs as was number 23. That's Verdish, as right as he's about to kick it off, the wind blew the ball off the tee. Just about a half second before Verdish got there. So now they got to line things back up and do it all over again.
Thank goodness that was the win because I was going to say that was probably the worst onside kick attempt I'd ever seen.
So now Verdish tries to do the onside kick right there. Trying to catch the Lobos napping right there, but the Lobos able to just fall on it. They do get good starting field position. Now they're going to have this one starting at their own 40-yard line. Lobos moving from right to left. Salazar working in the shotgun formation. Got 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. The running back with him on this drive, number 7, King standing to Salazar's left side. Salazar now gets the snap. Look at the pass. Going to take this one. Go to his right receiver Swift, and he's going to take those and run out of bounds, but does pick up 5 yards on that reception. So a quick in and out route from Salazar to Smith to Swift to make this a 2nd down and 5. Does run out of bounds to stop the clock at 11 minutes and 40 seconds. Now Salazar is ready to work shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Now King comes in motion. Going to line up to the right side. It's going to be a design quarterback keeper for Salazar. Salazar trying to lower that shoulder and pick up the 1st down, but does able to pick it up. But making that tackle was number 52, Trace Geigley. Salazar was able to pick up 7 yards right there to keep the drive alive. Have the ball past midfield into Bulldogs territory. Fish at the Bulldogs 46. Kind of like to see the Lobos moving a little bit more urgency here. Play clock is at 10 seconds. Now Salazar is ready to work. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Gets the snap. Looking to pass. Going to step up in the pocket. Try to get out of a sack, but it's going to be in the arm of number 25, Joey Bazan. And Joey Bazan is able to get his 2nd sack. And they're just going to give some, luckily they're just giving them the forward progress right there. It should have been sacked for a little bit more right there, Mr. Posters.
Yeah, the Bulldog defense came up big on that one. That was their 5th sack of the night.
Now it's going to make this a 2nd down and 14 now for the Lobos. The ball is spotted at midfield. 2 receivers to Salazar's left, 2 to his right. Now lined up in the pistol formation. King is in the running back. It's going to be a fake delayed handoff. Keeper by Salazar. And Salazar's going to be thrown down to the ground.
Looks like no gain on the play.
Yeah, making that tackle was number 27, Corbin Morris for the Bulldogs. Say number 27, Jeremy Dees for the Bulldogs making that tackle. So now it's going to say that tackle, that run went for no gain. So 3rd down and 14 now for the Bulldogs and for the Lobos. And Mr. Ty Tyron is able to get his next sack.
4 sacks for Ty tonight. Have a game, sir. Have a game.
Force Lobes to have to bring out the punting unit on this one. It's 4th down and 25. Bulldogs defense came up and answered the test. Bulldogs, I'm trying to see if they can capitalize on this next drive. Seems to try to ice this game. This one takes a low bounce. Bounce at about the Bulldogs 25. They got a low bounce. Going to have this one down at the 19-yard line. So the Bulldogs will have this one starting at their own 19-yard line, coach. So Bulldogs are just 8 minutes and 55 seconds away from having this one deemed a happy homecoming in the books, Mr. Poches.
I'd love to see the momentum keep going on this one. The run game's definitely been working, especially to the right side.
It's always a good feeling when you can come here after a 2-game losing streak and get things going in the right direction, especially on games where you can go back and look at it. We probably should have had those wins, whether you know disagree with them or not. But now you have a chance. Look at you rewrite it and control your own destiny. As this time you have TK Gaines going to be on the quarterback keeper. Gaines at the 25 and 35 at the 40. Finally going to be just tackled and forced out of bounds, but not till he picked up. Positive gain right there. 24 yards for Gaines.
Took it to the right side again, and more success for the Bulldogs.
Since Gaines was tackled and forced out of bounds, going to stop the clock at 8:46. Ball is spotted at the Bulldogs' 43-yard line. Bulldogs moving from left to right. Pistol formation for Gaines. Boudreaux to move back in this time. The ball's going to be handed off to Boudreaux. Boudreaux tried to get out of the first initial tackle, but not able to do so successfully. He's only going to go for a gain of 1 yard. So now it's going to make this a 2nd down and 9 for the Bulldogs. Offensive line breaking the huddle. Now Gaines breaking in the shotgun formation. Got 3 receivers to the left. The Bulldogs are able to get the Lobos to jump off sides right there, but we're going to see if they get deemed for the false start first. The way they are indicating it, if it was a free play, they would have let it ride. If it was a false start, but had an official deem that it's going to be. Well, Bulldogs don't end up on that end. Actually goes against Langham Creek, so Bulldogs are able to get the free 5 yards right there.
Makes it a much more manageable 2nd down for the Bulldogs.
Say 2nd down and 4 for them. Ball is spotted at their own 49-yard line. Pistol formation for Gaines. Ball's going to be handed off to Boudreaux. Boudreaux running up the middle of the defense, trying to spin out a tackle. It's just going to be spun down pass into the Lobos territory. Like you say, that's another 14-yard gain for Boudreaux. Ball's now spotted at the Lobos 37-yard line. Pistol formation for Gaines. 3 receivers to the right. Tried to get the Lobos to jump off sides right there, but this time the Lobos showing some discipline. So now Gaines getting the new play call to the offensive line. Now lined up in shotgun formation. Boudreaux lined up on the right side. Gaines looking to pass. Going to step up in the pocket. Going to try to connect with the receiver. Going to be incomplete.
Almost picked up on that one.
Yeah, I had his open receiver right there, number 82 for the Bulldogs. That was, don't have 82 on the roster too, but Gaines' pass right there kind of just floated a little bit, but you can say they had to do a lot with the wind right there. Nevertheless, it makes it a 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Ball's kind of lined up a little bit over there on the left hash for them, moving from left to right. High step, but maintained by Gaines. Going to be A low throw trying to connect with Allen Haynes, who had himself a quiet second half after that hot start in the first quarter. So now it's going to make this third down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Clock's going to stop at 7 minutes and 31 seconds. Bulldogs leading by a score of 31 to 14 over the Langham Lobos. Shotgun formation, 4 games, one receiver to the left, one to the right. Gets the snap, looking to pass. Going to take this one, going to be incomplete. Don't see any penalty markers right now, but yet to see a pass interference call. Thought they would have deemed our first one right there, but they say good coverage by the Lobos cornerback. Now it's going to force and make this a fourth down and 10. See what Mendoza decides to do right here.
Looks like Gaines is staying on the field.
Got some late substitutions coming in for the Bulldogs. We'll see if Mendoza is going to take a timeout. Play clock is at 5 seconds, and Mendoza is going to take a timeout. Going to have to talk things over. Last time, Coach, they had to take a timeout. It was a fourth down and 11, and ended up on a 33-yard touchdown for the Bulldogs. So we'll see what they decide to do after this fourth down play. We'll take a quick break. We got it. We're listening to the Mike Broadcast Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Oak Mike Broadcast Network here at Dyke Stadium, where the Bulldogs have this one fourth down and 10, and the wide receiver was just he's about 4 yards shy, but they say turf toe caught him from picking up the first down because Mr. Post, he had a wall of blockers right there.
Yeah, if he hadn't a trip, he'd have took that one to the house, no doubt. Now let's see if that defense can keep doing what they've been doing in the second half.
It'll be a turnover on down, so now the Lobos are going to have this one at their own 32-yard line. 7 minutes and 21 seconds here in the fourth quarter. Salazar looking to pass, going to pump fake, now rolling out to his left. Going to take this one and just run. Going to try and stay outside the numbers. Going to be ran and out of bounds. Clock's going to stop at 7 minutes and 13 seconds. Say Salazar was able to pick up about 4 yards on that drive. So second down and 6 now for the Lobos. Switching up the formation. Receivers now lined up on strong side, right side. 3 over there, 1 to the left side. Salazar in a shotgun formation. Gets the snap. Looking to pass. We're going to take this and throw it down to the wide receiver King on the check down. He's going to take this and throw it. Be thrown out of bounds. Luckily, didn't get any more vicious right there, making that tackle for the Bulldogs was number 22.
Yeah, no kidding. The way these referees are calling it, that could have went the other way.
So that reception from Salazar to King is going to make this a third down and 4 now for the Lobos. Ball is spotted at their own 37-yard line. Salazar lined up in a pistol formation. Split receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. This ball's going to be handed off to King. King lowering that shoulder is going to be tackled past the first down marker. He said he needed to get 4. He got 6.
Picks up the first down, but keeps the clock running, which is good for the Bulldogs.
Clock continues to roll. 6:48 remaining here in the fourth quarter. The Lobos got to put together fast drives here, or this was going to slip away from them. Shotgun formation for Salazar looking to pass. Is going to be caught by the wide receiver past the Bulldogs territory, officially at the Bulldogs 31-yard line. So making that reception for Lowe's number 0. That's Camp. So now, first and 10 for them. Ball's at the Bulldogs 31-yard line. Salazar looking to pass. Going to step up in the pocket now. Finds his way. And Houdini's out of pressure. Now he's going to take this and lower his shoulder. And just somehow, some way turns a play that should have been negative into positive gain for about 6 or 5 yards, depending on the spot. So they say he picked up 5. So second down and 5 for the Lobos. We got a late substitution. Didn't think the Bulldogs got the 12th defender off on the field. We do have a penalty marker, so they are going to get the Bulldogs for too many men out on the field as Loeb able to. So they say replay second down, but it should be just an automatic first down. So that 5-yard penalty is going to make this a first down and 10 now for the Lobos. Ball is spotted at the Bulldogs 21-yard line. Clock will continue to roll. 6:15 now. Ball's going to be handed off to the running back number 10. That's Trey trying to run this up the middle of the defense. And finally going to be brought down about a yard shy of the first down. So second down and 1 now for the Lobos. Ball is spotted at the Bulldogs 18, at the Bulldogs 12-yard line. The ball is loose. The ball is on the ground. We think the Bulldogs have it. The Bulldogs are pointing in their direction, but looks like the Lobos were able to fall on. So now it's going to make it a third down and 1 now for the Lobos. Ball is spotted at the Bulldogs 12-yard line. This ball is going to be handed off to the running back King. It seemed like he got ran into a wall right there, but don't know if they're going to go ahead and give him forward progress. They only need to get 1. And they are giving him the forward progress right there. So now the ball is spotted at the Bulldogs 11-yard line. 5:15 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Shotgun formation for Salazar. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. We're going to take this. We're going to bounce outside of the pocket to the left side. We're going to take this and throw it to the receiver that's open in the end zone, but we do have a penalty marker. It's coming in after the play. If it stands, it's 11-yard touchdown reception from number 19, Mason Doughty. But you can go ahead and scratch that one off the scoreboard due to the holding. So it's going to push the Lobos back all the way to the Bulldog 21-yard line. The Bulldogs catch a break right there.
Yeah, that holding penalty was big for the Bulldogs.
5 minutes and 5 seconds remain here in the fourth quarter. Salazar bats, low snap. Salazar is going to try to just pick it up. Now Salazar finally runs to the right side. He's going to try and make something out of nothing. Still on his feet. Now running all the way back to the left side. Does Salazar is going to take this one, finally be tackled at about the 15. So Salazar probably ran about 50 yards after the play was done, but only picked up, you could say, six.
Six 6 yards from north to south and about 30 from east to west.
So second down and 14 now for Salazar. Bulldogs bringing in some pressure, and this time they're able to get to Salazar. But we do have a penalty marker coming in after. It looked like it might be a face smash that's going against the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs right there being self-sabotaged. Had the Lobos backed all the way up. Now they get this one. Second and goal. Ball's going to be handed off to the running back, King, inside the Bulldogs 8-yard line.
He met a wall of Bulldogs there. Not much on that one.
So second and goal now for the Lobos. 4 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Salazar working a pistol formation. Going to take the hand it off to King. King trying to run to the left side. King still on his feet. King Trills trying to keep those feet turning, but he's going to be about a yard shy of the of the goal line. Substitutions coming in now for the Lobos. Trying to get the goal line package set here. 3 minutes and 35 seconds. Bulldogs are able to get the substitutions of their own. So now Lobos trying to get a quarterback sneak in of their, but it's going to be denied by that Bulldogs goal line defense. So it's going to make this now a fourth down for the Lobos. Ball is spotted at the Bulldogs 2-yard line.
Big stop for the Bulldogs here would really, really rile up this home crowd.
Now this one's going to be handed off to the running back, King, and King is going to be in for the 2-yard touchdown. Lobos keep the big boy package out there and able to get the 2 yards by giving it the handoff to their running back, King. So now 2 minutes and 53 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. The Bulldogs lead now is 31-20, pending the point after attempt.
That drive took a lot of time off the clock for the Lobos.
Snap was good. Hold is good, and the kick is good. So just to mention, like you said, that took off a lot of time of that clock for the Lobos. Had the clock, had the ball just about 8 minutes to start that drive.
It was a good drive for the Lobos, but even better for the Bulldogs with all that extra time coming off.
Now the Bulldogs just got to do their due diligence and just holding on and protecting that ball with the lead. Anything can happen, but you do have to be prepared for the onside kick right here.
The Lobos have all 3 timeouts left, so Bulldogs need to pick up a couple of first downs on this drive.
So the Bulldogs got 2 timeouts and the 2-minute timeout still left. So like I said, a couple of first downs, and you can pretty much ice this one if you're the Bulldogs. So here on their homecoming night, where it's been a great turnout by this Waller ISD Independent School District supporting their community. Now the Bulldogs are going to be lined up in this onside recovery. You have Caden Sherry that's standing all the way at about 15, 16. And he's steady making his way up more closer to about the 20, just in case they try and pull a fast one off on them. But they got this one lined up to the right side. Takes a bounce. This is going to be hit. Ball comes loose. But luckily, the Bulldogs are able to fall on it. It took a bounce. And number 3, David Brown III, went up in the air to make the catch and then took a big hit, which caused the ball to come loose. But luckily, the Bulldogs were able to just fall on it right there. That could have been very dangerous right there.
Big play by the special teams. Man, we needed that.
Now it's going to have the Bulldogs have it. This one starting at their own 43-yard line.
So we can anticipate the 3 timeouts being used pretty quick. Just need to pick up a few first downs here.
Now Gaines working in the shotgun formation. Got 3 receivers to the right. 3 receivers to the left. Going to be a design quarterback keeper running to the right side. Going to be tackled by the shoelaces or the ankle, if you want to say. Positively got 3 yards right there. Had a a whole wall of Bulldogs trying to lead him right there to try to pick up his fourth touchdown with his feet. But the Lobos able to wrap up and tackle gains for the 3 yard gain. So now it's going to make it a second down and 7 now for the Bulldogs. Ball is spotted at their own 46-yard line. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Pistol formation, 4 gains, 3 receivers to the left. Gets the snap. Going to hand us off to the running back, Bujo. Bujo running to the left side, trying to spin out of a tackle. Does so. And going to be still on his feet, but he's going to have enough for the first down.
Like a pickup of 8 yards to get the first down for the Bulldogs.
Jay Bujo is able to pick up the first down. And that will take us to our 2 minute timeout. So we'll step away momentarily, but keep right where you got it. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. The Bulldogs leading by a score of 31-21 over the Langham Creek Lobos. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to Daikin Stadium here in Waller, Texas, where the Bulldogs are leading by a score of 31-21 over the Langham Creek Lobos. This was going to be a quarterback keeper on the read option. Gaines just adding to his stat line right there. Comes up a little bit gimpy after getting rolled up after that last run, but he seems to be okay. Just a little bit frustrated how he got a little bit banged up after that one, but that gain goes for about 2 yards. So the Lobes able to burn one of the 3 timeouts that they had remaining. So it's going to stop the clock at 1 minute and 54 seconds here in the fourth quarter. But you can kind of sense that this was just about over with, Coach, huh?
Yeah, you can tell the Bulldogs wanted just a little bit more. And this sellout crowd is almost all still here.
Bulldogs,
Yes.
if if it stands like it is, will improve their record to 5-3 and 3-2 in district play. Like I said, getting things off into the right direction if they want to make a playoff push that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, the momentum would definitely shift towards them. Like I said, these kids seem like they want it this year. A lot of hard hits. Tryon's been a beast tonight. TK's carried the load with his legs. Good looking team.
Now we're trying to see if they can just come out here and finish this one coming out healthy on that side with this 1 minute and 54 seconds remaining. This ball's going to be handed off to Bujo. Bujo running to the left side. Bujo still on his feet, and Bujo's probably going to be tackled down. Not until he picked up 17 yards on that carry. So the Bulldogs able to pick up another first down right there. Not seeing that the Lobos are electing to take a timeout right now. So Bulldogs are going to just hike this one all the way down to about 5 seconds left on the play clock. If the Lobos can get a quick stop, maybe you see them calling another timeout right there. But you can kind of just see they just almost seem like they're just going to take the loss right now. The Bulldogs are lined up in victory formation as TK Gaines gets in and takes a knee. If you're Gaines, you kind of hate that. Don't want the negative yards going on your stat line.
I don't understand not taking the timeouts though. That just to me, you're giving up. It's been a good game so far.
Game clock is at 40 seconds. Play clock is at 8 seconds. Now Gaines gets it. Now hikes it, snipes it down, and that should conclude matters here. The Bulldogs are going to walk out victorious here on their homecoming game, Mr. Posters.
Good job by the Bulldogs because this was a much needed win for them. Like I said, total team effort. Defense stepped up tonight. Offense did their job. Kicking game came through. Good job all around.
So the Bulldogs will improve their record to 5-3 overall to 6, and then they will fall.
Like I said, good job by TK Gaines with the 3 rushing touchdowns and the 1 pass.
Bulldogs take on Cypress Springs next Saturday. For first, they'll be on the road to take on Cy Springs. Bulldogs is going to try to see if they can continue their winning ways on to next week, Coach.
It's nice to see that momentum carrying with them on the road. Hopefully they can take care of business there, and all that would be left after that is Cy Park. And they've had a pretty rough go of it this year.
Yes, sir. So great to get together some final stats for you guys, but the Bulldogs do come out victorious by a score of 31-21 over the Langham Creek Lobos. But keep right where you got it. Be right back after this. welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, for our pregame. Bulldog coming out victorious during their homecoming game over the Langham Creek Lobos by a score of 31-21. Bulldogs defense were able to hold the Lobos under 200 total offense. And that was a very impressive job done by this Bulldog defense as Mr. Posh is just getting the final calculation together on that offensive side by the Bulldogs. And you can tell Mr. TK Gaines is filling up the stat sheet over there. Had my man almost running out of room to write all his stats today.
He did have a game.
Bulldogs were able to get the scoring early done after taking off about 8 minutes into their first opening drive. Kind of stalled a couple of times throughout the game, but then was able to regain the momentum at the end of the first half and just didn't look back right after that. But so far, Bulldogs were able to ride that momentum that the crowd were able to give them here on this homecoming day. Just about wrapped up there, my
I
man.
got you now. We got with TK, he had 20 carries for 148 yards with 3 touchdowns. Boudreaux carried a good portion of it the second half with 7 carries for 43 yards. And then Robert Carter had 15 for 79. Passing, TK had 10 of 20 for 128 yards with the 1 touchdown pass to Caden Cherry. So not a bad,
Man, you say not a
not a
bad game for
bad,
the rest of the game, right? It's not a bad game. We were able
not
to
a
run that
bad
ball for
game.
140 yards.
Yeah, not a bad game at all for the sophomore.
So sure, and the Bulldogs will take it any way they can get it. That will lead them to a win in the column. But that will conclude matters here for us here at Daikin Stadium in Waller, Texas, where the Bulldogs are able to come out victorious by a score of 31-21 over the Langham Creek Lobos. I am Philip Prince. Alongside me was Mr. Scott Poshes. Any closing remarks before we get out of here, Mr. Poshes?
I want to give a shout out to Ty Tryon and his awesome game. He had 4 sacks and 1 tackle for a loss. Overall, the Bulldog defense had 7 sacks tonight. Way to step up and help your offense out.
Yes, sir. Way to help out in two. So now that will conclude matters here. We'd like to thank you for tuning into this broadcast. We hope you enjoyed your show. Until then, we'll see you. Be blessed. See you on the other side.